Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome everybody to today's lesson. Jazakumullah to all of our students and parents who have arrived early and on time. We'll begin today's lesson as per usual with our daily prayer. So if we can please have Assalamu alaikum discipline in charge, if we could please have our first student on the mic.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Can I have G334, please?
G334, can you unmute your mic, please? Maybe we can try someone else if they're not unmuting.
G310, please.
G310.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good, how are you? I wasn't allowed to unmute.
You weren't being able to unmute? Okay, but alhamdulillah, it's worked now, alhamdulillah. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. So, are you ready to do the opening prayers with me?
Yes.
Excellent. So, do you want to have a go by yourself or would you like to follow me?
I like to do it by myself, please.
Okay, so I want you to read it really carefully and make sure you look at your timing, make sure you look at your joining. I want you to read it slowly and carefully and beautifully. Okay, off you go.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Very good. So just listen to me once.
On the rejected.
Jazakumullah. Let's listen to me once. A has to stay short. It's just a simple fatha. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Once more.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. I seek refuge with Allah from Satan, the rejected.
Okay, and we'll go on to the next one.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful.
Good. Do you want me to say this first?
I'd like to do it by myself,
Okay,
please.
you can do it carefully and slowly. Off you go.
Okay. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري. Lord, expand my mind and make my task easy for me.
And surah?
Taha 26
to 27. Very good, mashallah. Well done. So just a reminder for everyone at home, when you see this letter here, this is a ra. Okay, so I'm just going to say it once as well. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri. Okay, Jazakumullah. Thank you so much, G310. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so before we move on to our class for the day, I just need to remind you of your etiquettes. We're coming to the end of our course now, alhamdulillah, and everybody's worked really, really hard. So just remember, that just because we're coming to the end of the course, it hasn't finished yet. So please make sure that you're in wudu, you have your heads covered, you're in a quiet place for the class and a parent present if possible. On Wednesday, inshallah, we will be having a class quiz. And we would like you to prepare for that quiz. And this can be found on the Google Classroom as well, on the Google Drive. So I'm just going to quickly show you the questions for the quiz. All of these questions will be in the quiz, so you can prepare from this document, okay? So the different questions on pausing, on how to make a pause. Okay, and then you can have the questions, you can look at what the possible answers are, but you need to go through your rules of waqf very carefully. You need to practice those. You need to look carefully to see, okay, if this particular stroke is on this letter, how will I do a waqf here? How will I make a pause here? Okay, so all of the questions are here. all of the questions are here. You have multiple choice answers, which you can figure out before Wednesday. You can work it out. You can work with someone to help you. But on Wednesday, when you are doing the quiz, we would like you to do it by yourselves. Okay, so Jazakumullah, I want you all to practice that, go through it, and have a look to see how you can do that. Today, in today's lesson, we are going to be doing the following. We are going to be looking at Waqf rule number 8, which we'll go over in a moment. Again, we will be looking at a prayer from the Holy Quran, Nisab al-Hifz, page 61, number 19, and that's from the Holy Quran, chapter 17, verse 25. We will then go on to one of our hard words of the Beloved. It's number 11 today. And we will then go on to our commandment from the Holy Quran, Nisab al-Hifz, page 77, number 37, and that is chapter 9 from the Holy Quran, verse 119. We will end with our final homework and announcements, any other announcements we have. So the first thing we are going to be doing is looking at Waqf rule number 8. So if you remember, you have been looking at different rules of Waqf. Remember, a Waqf means to pause or to stop. Okay, and so during the recitation, you need to pause at the end of a particular sentence, a particular word in a meaningful way, and take a breath before you start your next word. And there are, in Arabic, in the Quran, there are several ways in which you need to make that pause. Okay, and all of those rules we are going through with you at the moment. Today, we are on rule number 8, okay, which is here. So in rule number 8, as you can see here, it says, let me just highlight that, Ta al-marbuta will change to a ha sakin. So if you have a word like, for example, here you have musfiratun, musfiratun. Okay, now if we need to do a waqf here, if we need to make a stop, we need to take a breath. What will we do with that last letter? We will change it to a ha sakin. So the way that we will pronounce that is musfira, musfira. Okay, so this is the rule that it doesn't matter what stroke you have, it always changes to a ha sakin. So let's go through and practice some examples of this today. Waqf pausing. So as I said, in rule number 8, it's all about ta al-marbuta, and the fact that whatever the letter, whatever stroke comes on top of it, if you're making a waqf, you always change it to a ha sakin. Okay, so ta al-marbuta, whatever stroke it carries, it always becomes a ha sakin. Always, right? So it's easy in the sense that you don't have to think of anything else. You know that you have to put a sukoon on top of, you have to take off the dots and make it into a ha, and then put a sukoon on top if you are going to make a stop there. Okay, so if we now go through some examples of this to make it easier for us to understand. So how do you recite when you pause here? So if I just go through these, and then we'll have some students on the mic. So remember, if it's a ta al-marbuta, whatever stroke it carries, it always becomes a ha sakin. So here we have, for example, you can see, let me just change this to a hand. You can see here, a-sha-ra-ti, a-sha-ra-ti. Okay. Now, if we are saying this word, and now I need to make a stop here, and I need to take a breath, I will say a-sha-ra, a-sha-ra. Okay, I've changed this into a ha sakin, and I'm joining the ra to it. Okay, another example. Here we have ra, qa, ba, tin, raqabatin. Now I'm making a stop here. I'm taking a breath. I'm taking a breather. How do I say that? Raqaba, raqaba. Okay, so can I have a student on the mic?
G205, please.
Assalamu alaikum, G205.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm well. So can you tell me, if we have a ta al-marbuta and we need to make a stop, take a breath, make a waqf, What will we do to the stroke on top of that ta marbuta?
Make it a sakin.
Good. Make it a sakin. And make it what kind of sakin? A
Ha sakin.
very good. So you get rid of the dots. You no longer want to look at the dots. It's no longer a ta. It becomes a ha sakin. Well done. So let's go through these ones here. Can you see the screen okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. So here, how will we say this normally? Asharati.
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 Very good. T. Very good. Now, if we make a vaqf, a stop, we say ashara.
Ashara.
Very good. And then we would go on to our next word. Okay. Over here, we have raqabatin.
Raqabatin.
Very good. Raqabatin.
Raqabatin.
Okay, so here we can see this little, with this little tiny dra here. Usually when we see that, we make a stop. We take a breath. So the way that we will do that is we will say raqaba.
Raqaba.
Very good. Well done. Let's move on to this one. Do you want to have a go at doing this one? Tell me now without the vaq, just the normal way you would read this.
Salat. Thati.
Very good. Excellent. You did a really good elongation there. Thalathati.
Thalathati.
Very good. Now, what are we going to do if we need to do a vaq there and make a stop?
Make it into a ha sakin.
Excellent. Do you want to have a go at doing that?
Okay. Thalatha.
Very good. Thalatha.
Thalatha.
Very good. Excellent. We've got one more here. Do you want to have a go by yourself or would you like to follow me?
Okay. I'll do it myself.
Okay, off you go. Have a go.
Kaf. Ara.
Okay, I want you to say it now without doing a stop, without doing the normal word. How would you do that?
Kafaratu.
Excellent. So you can see here there's a shadda at the top. So we have to join that and we have to harden it. Kafaratu.
Kafaratu.
Very good. Now can you try it with a vaqf? A stop.
Okay. Kafara.
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 Excellent. Very good. Thank you so much, G205. Jazakumullah. Thank you for your help. Allah Hafiz. Okay, if we could have another student on the mic.
G220, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you, G220?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm well. Jazakumullah for asking. You understanding everything okay?
Yes, Alhamdulillah, I am.
Excellent. So let's go from here. Now, the way there's no stroke on the alif, but I'm just going to recite this first word. And then I want you to tell me how you think it will be, how we will recite it if we're going to do a vaqf. Okay, so we will say al-adawata.
Al-adawata.
Good, very good. Now, how will we do that if we do a vaqf? If we have to make a stop here?
Then we're going to say al-adawa.
Excellent, good. You're changing the ta with the fatha into a ha sakin. Excellent, well done. Let's move on to the next one over here. Here, how will we do this one? You want to have a go at saying it by yourself?
With a pause, it's going to be as-salah.
Very good. And without the pause?
As-salati.
Very good. As-salati. And with the pause? As-salah. Very good. Let's go down here now.
Without a pause, it's going to be al-Ka'bati. But with a pause, it's going to be al-Ka'ba.
Very good. Al-Ka'bati. And with the pause, al-Ka'ba. Excellent. And the last one here.
So without a pause, it's going to be kafaratun. And with a pause, it's going to be kafara.
Very good. Excellent. So, and you made sure that you elongated the sound there as well. Kafaratun. And you made your nasal sound really good. And then with the pause, you did it correctly as well. Kafara. Excellent. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much, G220. Allah Hafiz.
Jazakallah Hafiz.
If we can have another student on the mic, please.
G234, please.
Assalamu alaikum, G234. G234? No?
G304, please.
G304? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you? Who do we have?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Who's that?
G304.
Oh, well, how are you, G304?
I'm good.
Alhamdulillah, good.
I'm good.
Okay.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Alhamdulillah. So we're going to start from here. Do you want to have a go to do it by yourself, or would you like to follow me?
Well, I can't read it properly.
Okay, so just follow me, and then once you've read it with me, then you can have a go by yourself, okay?
Okay.
Can you see the screen okay?
No, I can't see it properly.
Discipline in charge, is the screen clear?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so let me
Yes.
go through it. It might be that the letters, you can't recognize the letters clearly because of the different font. So let me go through it, and then you can have a go, okay? So, وَلِلسَّيَّارَةِ.
وَلِلسَّيَّارَةِ.
Very good. Now, if we were going to do a waqf here, stop, do you know how we would do that?
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Have a go.
وَلِلسَّيَّارَةِ.
Very good. وَلِلسَّيَّارَةِ. Sorry. وَلِلسَّيَّارَةِ. Once more.
وَلِلسَّيَّارَةِ.
Very good. Excellent. Let's move on to the next one. Can you see that okay?
I guess, yeah.
Do you want to have a go? You want to try?
From where? Because
So it would be al-Ka'bata.
Al-Ka'bata.
Very good. Now, in this case, okay, the next letter is a lam with a sukoon on the top. So if you are reading in continuation here, al-Ka'bata al-Bayta, okay, you would have to join the fatha onto the sukoon there. But if we're making a stop here, how would we do that?
Would it be Al-Ka'bata?
Okay, so what we need to do here is we would ignore the dots on top. We get rid of the dots and we change this into a ha sakin. Okay, so the way we would do a stop here is al-Ka'bah.
Al-Ka'bah.
Very good. So you make this into a ha sakin. Always becomes a ha sakin. Ta marbuta, if you have to make a stop, it always becomes a ha sakin. Okay, so that's the way that you recognize that. Okay, let's try this one over here. You want to have a go by yourself?
Kasratu.
Good. Kasratu.
Kasratu.
Good. There's no elongating there. We just keep all of the sounds as one beat each. Kasratu.
Kasratu.
Good. Now let's do that with a waqf. Do you want to have a go?
Kasrah.
Very good. Kasra.
Kasrah.
Very good. Let's go on to this one over here.
Bahiratin.
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 Very good. Now with a waqf.
Bahira.
Very good. Let's try this one here.
Sa'ibatin.
Very good. And with a waqf.
Sa'iba.
Very good. So sa'ibatin. Sa'iba.
But
Very good. And the last one here.
what? Can't read it properly. Can you zoom in, please?
Wasilatin.
Wasilatin.
Very good. And with the vav?
Wasilah.
Excellent. Well done. Jazakumullah G304. Well done. Excellent. Okay. So I think, alhamdulillah, people are getting the idea of how we make this, how we do a waqf if we see a ta'ar malbuta and we have to make a stop. Okay. So all of these examples are just practicing this same rule. Okay. So something you just need to remember, it's actually quite simple because it's always the same thing. Whenever you see a ta'ar marbuta, whatever stroke is on top of it, it always becomes a ha sakin. Okay? Well done, mashallah. You did really, really well today. Excellent. So we're going to move now on to our prayer for the day. So let me just open that. So in today's prayer, it comes from Surah Bani Israel, chapter 17, verse 25. Prayer inspired to the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So I will recite the prayer once, and then we'll have students on the mic to continue. So, Rabbirhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira. My Lord, have mercy on them, even as they nourished me in my childhood. So a prayer for parents. So if we can have a next student on the mic, please.
G306, please.
G306, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm well. Do you understand the ta'ar marbuta rule?
Yes.
Excellent, good. So would you like to have a go at this prayer?
Okay.
Off you go.
Rabbirhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira.
Very good effort. Excellent. Really, really good effort. So a couple of things we need to work on is our timings. Okay. So if we just go on and have a look at this one here, it says we need to be careful with our timing. So we have to pay close attention to our timing, and we have to make sure that we are paying close attention to the joining letters, and we need to press down and push on the mushaddad letters as well. So we've got some mushaddad letters here as well. So let's just go through this word by word. So first of all, we have a mushaddad letter here. Rabb.
Rabbir.
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 Very good. So you're pushing down on the ba and then joining it to the ra. Rabbir.
Rabbir.
Good. Ham.
Ham.
Hamhuma.
Hamhuma.
Very good. So we have an alif mad here. So it means we need to elongate this meme for about 2 counts. Okay? Hamhuma.
Hamhuma.
Very good. Now we're going to put that all together. Rabbir hamhuma.
Rabbir hamhuma.
Very good. Let's move on to the next letters. Kama.
Kama.
Again, we've got an alif mad here. So again, two counts there. Rabbir hamhuma. Kama.
Rabbir hamhuma. Kama.
Excellent. Good. Now let's move on to the next section. So again, we've got mushaddad ba here. So we have to push down. Rab.
Rabb.
Rabba.
Rabba.
Very good. A ya with a vertical fatha, how many seconds is that?
2.
How many counts? Excellent. 2 counts there. Then we have a noon with a ya mad. How many counts there? How many seconds is that?
1.
That will be 2 counts as well. So the ya mad there means that this noon will go for 2 counts. So I'm going to say it. You just listen carefully. So we say Rabbir. ربياني.
Rabbayani.
Very good. Well done. So there's lots of elongation. So that's why we have to be really careful. We have to take a nice deep breath in so that we can say all of these long sounds at the same time. Okay? Rabbayani.
Rabbayani.
Very good. Let's go on to the last word. صغيرا.
Saghira.
Very good. So we're making a waqf here. We're doing a stop here. Okay, so remember this rule that if there are two fathahs or two dhammas or two kasras, then you need to make them into one. Okay, and you just elongate the sound. So it's different rules. You've done all these rules, but with this particular one, two fathahs, you make it into one fathah and you elongate for 2 seconds. صغيرا.
Saghira.
Very good. So we're going to go from here. ربياني صغيرا.
Rabbayani. Saghira.
Very good. So we're going to try it from the beginning. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Let me take this to the hand. رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا.
Rabbarhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira.
Really good effort, mashallah. Well done. Just keep practicing that. I know it's really difficult to say that all in one breath, but break it down. Say it in 2 sections when you need to, and then slowly you'll be able to say it all together. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. G306. Allah Hafiz.
Love this.
Okay, if we could have our next student, please.
G234, please.
G234.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm well. Are you understanding everything okay?
Yes.
Excellent. So we're going to go through this prayer here. Do you want to have a go to do it by yourself?
Yes, please.
Off you go.
Rabbilhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira.
Really good, mashallah. Well done. You were really focusing on your timing there. You were trying to make sure you joined the letters really clearly, and made sure you made all of the different sounds, and you try to do it all in one breath as well. Excellent. So I'm gonna say it once, and then I want you to have another go after me. ربِّرْحَمْهُمَا كَمَا رَبَّيَانِي صَغِيرًا.
Rabbilhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira.
Mashallah. Well done. And the translation?
My Lord, have mercy on them, even as they nourished me in my childhood.
Excellent. So we all should be remembering this prayer, and we should be reciting it for our parents all the time. Okay, this is a prayer for parents. Well done. Jazakumullah. G234. Thank
Can
you.
G233 go?
G233, discipline in charge, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. So, are you okay to have a go by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, off you go.
Rabbirhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira.
Mashallah, beautiful, well done. Again, you really pushed down on the mushaddad letters, made sure you said them clearly. Your timing was really good, and you tried to do that all in one breath as well. So that was really good. I'm going to say it once more, and then I want you to have another go, okay? ربِّرْحَمْهُمَا كَمَا رَبَّيَانِي صَغِيرًا.
Rabbirhamhuma kama ربياني صغيرا.
Really good effort, mashallah. Well done. I know you needed to take a little bit of a breath here, but the more you practice, and the better your flow will be. And the more you try to take in a nice deep breath before saying like 4 or 5 words together, the easier it will become. So keep practicing. You're doing really, really well, mashallah. Well done. Jazakumullah. Thank you for your help. Allah Hafiz. Okay, if we can have another student, please.
G247, please.
Assalamu alaikum, G247. How are you today? Can you hear me okay? Your voice is a little crackly.
Yeah.
You can hear me. Excellent. Good. So, would you like to have a go at doing the prayer by yourself, or would you like me to follow me?
Can I try by myself, please?
Okay, off we go.
رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا.
Really good effort, mashallah. Well done. Really good try. So the one thing I want you to be careful about is just your timing. So here, how many seconds? Let me just take my highlighter. How many seconds do we say this for? Do you remember? 2 seconds. Good. So let's start once more. And you just need to be really mindful that that goes on for about 2 counts or 2 seconds. Okay, off you go.
رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا.
Good. Better, mashallah. Well done. What we all need to be really careful of is when we're reciting all of these different sounds, you know, we're elongating for 2 seconds, we're doing it for 1 second or 1 count. Everywhere that we need to elongate or stretch our sound for 2 counts, it needs to be the same length. So for example, here we say ma for 2 counts. Again, ma, the timing of each of those counts should be the same. Ya, ni, ri, ra. So everywhere where you're counting 2 counts, they need to be the same length. Okay, so I'm just going to say it once and I want you to have one more go after me. Rabbirhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira. So you see how I'm trying to make sure that every place that I extend for 2 counts, all of that is the same length. Okay, one more time.
كما ربياني صغيرا.
Mashallah, much better. Excellent. So it's just something that when somebody brings your attention to it, you're more mindful of it. Okay, so you just need to keep remembering, okay, 2 counts, 2 counts, 2 counts. So that all of those letters, it sounds beautiful because they're all the same length. Okay, so keep practicing. You're doing really, really well, mashallah. Your letters were very clear. You joined really well. You pushed down on your mashaddad letters. So well done. Keep working hard. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. Allah Hafiz. Okay, if we can have another student, please.
G316, please.
Assalamu alaikum, G316. G316, can you unmute your mic, please?
G225, please.
Assalamu alaikum, G225.
G310, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. Are you understanding everything okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. Good. So would you like to have a go at doing this by yourself?
Yeah, sure, thank you.
Okay, off you go.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب ارحمهما رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. My Lord, have mercy on them, even as they nourished me in my childhood.
Mashallah, well done, excellent. So, you read really nicely, mashallah, really nicely. So, just a couple of things. So, I just want you to listen very, very carefully, especially the way that we do the waqf at the end, the pause at the end, and then I want you to have another go, okay? Rabbir.
Oh,
One second, one second. Let me say it once, and then you have a go afterwards. ربِّرْحَمْهُمَا كَمَا رَبَّيَانِي صَغِيرًا.
رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا.
Very good, mashallah. Excellent. Much, much better. Well done. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. G310. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, we're going to go on now to our difficult word. So we've completed our prayer of the day. We're going to go on to our difficult word. So
Not true.
this is our difficult word for the day. We have
Yeah.
oh, just 1 second. أثاثا ورئيا. So if we could have a student on the mic, please.
G317, please.
Assalamu alaikum, G317. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm well. Jazakumullah for asking. So, are you ready to go through the difficult word with me? The hard word?
Yes.
Excellent. So, we're going to go through it step by step. So, let's look at the first slide. So, first of all, we have
Ah,
atha,
Mr.
athathan,
Assassin.
athathan wa,
Attention.
athathan wa,
Assassin.
athathan wa ri.
Assassin.
Very good. So remember, this is th. You put your tongue underneath your top teeth at the front and you make a th sound, like think. Okay? Like think, like the sound that you make for think. Right? Athathan wa ri.
Assassin.
Very good. Well done. Now, the last slide. Okay? Athathan wa ri. Yan.
Assassin.
Good, very good. Let's try it once more. Athathan wa ri'yan. Very good. So when we join here, we just need to make sure we make that nasal sound, okay? Thun wa. Very good. Athathan wa ri'yan. Very good. Jazakumullah. G317. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. Okay, if we can have another student, please.
G288, please.
Assalamu alaikum, G288.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm well. Jazakumullah for asking. So we're going to go through the difficult word, the hard word of the day. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so we start with a.
A.
Atha.
Atha.
Athathan.
Atha. Thong.
أثاثا و
أثاثا
أثاثا ورئ
أثاثا ورئ
أثاثا ورئيا
أثاثا ورئيا.
Very good. You want to try that once more, the last time?
أثاثا ورئيا
رئيا.
رئيا.
Good. So we're making a nasal sound here. Okay. Young.
يوم
Very good. Once more from the beginning here.
أساس أساسا ورئيا.
Okay, just once more, listen to me. You did really well. Just listen to me so we make it a bit smoother, a bit more fluent. أثاثا ورئيا
أساسا ورئيا
رئيا.
رئيا.
Very good. So we just keep practicing that. Keep practicing. It's not easy. This is why these are called hard words. They aren't actually easy. They might look easy, but they're not. So we have to keep practicing to make sure that we can say all the letters and our tongues don't get tied up in the middle. Okay, Jazakumullah, that was really good, G288. Well done. Jazakumullah for your help. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so we're now going to go on to our final part of the lesson, which is our commandment from the Holy Quran. And today it is from chapter 9, verse 119. We will say, كونوا مع الصادقين. Be with the truthful. So if we can have a student on the mic, please.
G306, please.
G306. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Would you like to have a go by yourself?
Okay. كونوا محضرين.
Okay, so let's break it down a little bit. Really good effort. So first of all, how many seconds are we going to say this for? Do you remember? We have a while mud here. So this is for 2 counts. While mud is for 2 counts. Okay, let's go on to the next slide so it makes it a bit clearer. Right? So here we have timing. We have lots of timing issues in this particular commandment. So here we have 2 counts and 2 counts. So we say ku, nu.
Nu.
Very good. Well done. Let's move on now. Ma.
Ma.
Us.
Us.
Very good. Now, how long are we going to have to say this stroke for?
2.
2 counts. Very good. Ma. As-saw.
Ma. Asa.
Very good. So let's just put those 3 letters together. Ma. As-saw.
Ma. Asa.
Very good. Let's add in the next letter. Ma. As-sadi.
Ma. Asadi.
Very good. Well done. Now, what about, sorry, it's gone too big. What about this here? Just these 2 letters here. Sorry, it's gone onto the whole thing. I just want to show these 2 letters here. How long are we going to say those for?
2.
2 seconds. Excellent. Well done. Don't know what's going on with that. Sorry. So we will say 2 seconds.
3.
And what about this last one?
1.
Excellent. Qina.
Qina.
Very good. So 2 counts and then 1 count. Qina.
صادقين.
Very good. Now we're going to start from the meme. Okay, and we're going to try and put that all together, just that second section there. مع الصادقين.
مع الصادقين.
Very good. Remember, this is qaf. So you have to make a thick sound. So your mouth is slightly rounded. مع الصادقين.
مع الصادقين.
Very good. Now we're going to add in these first two sections here. Okay. كونوا.
كونوا.
Very good. كونوا مع الصادقين.
كونوا مع الصادقين.
Really good, mashallah. Well done. Now, let me take you back to the blank one here. Do you want to have another go?
Okay. كونوا مع الصادقين.
Really good. Much, much better, mashallah. Excellent. So just be really mindful. Make sure you elongate, you stretch out those letters where you need to, and you count for you have your 2 counts and your 1 count. So you know exactly the timing of each of the words that you're going to say. Okay, Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your help, G306. Allah Hafiz.
Love this.
Okay, if I can have another student, please.
G225, please.
Assalamu alaikum, G225. I think the mic wasn't unmuting earlier for 225 as well.
Yeah, the
Maybe it was
text
good.
that she was in toilet,
Oh, okay.
so they want to come back, but I don't know why.
G225, can you unmute your mic, please? Okay, I think if we move on to someone else, please.
G304, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
G304, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Excellent. So, alhamdulillah, good. Do you want to have a go by yourself?
Yes, please.
Go.
كونوا مع الصادقين.
Very good, mashallah. Well done. How will we say this letter? Do you want to have another go at that letter? Just I want it. It's fine. What you said was fine, but I want you to try and say this letter properly.
So صادقين.
Very good. Qina. So it's remember when we did the difficult letters or the mispronounced letters? So
Yeah.
this is qaf. It's a thick sound. This is kaf. It's a thin sound. So we need to try and hear the difference between these two. And this is for all of the students in the class. When you start saying each of the letters really clearly, then we'll be able, your recitation will become even more beautiful. Okay, so once more, just really trying to focus on that because your timing was really good, your joining was really good. So now you need to go on to the next stage, which is focusing on the way you say each of the letters. So once more from the beginning.
كونوا مع الصادقين.
Very good, mashallah. Much better. You can really see that you're really trying to do that. And the translation?
Be with the truthful.
Be with the truthful. Well done. كونوا مع الصادقين. Once more.
كونوا مع الصادقين.
Very good. Well done. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much, G304. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
If we can have another student, please.
G247, please.
Assalamu alaikum, G247.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm well. Jazakumullah for asking. Did you understand everything in the lesson okay?
Yes.
Excellent. So would you like to have a go at this by yourself?
Yes, please.
Off you go.
كونوا مع الصادقين.
Lovely, mashallah. Well done. Really good qaf there. You really tried to make sure it was a guttural sound, a really heavy sound. Well done. Once more.
كونوا مع الصادقين.
Very good. كونوا مع الصادقين.
كونوا مع الصادقين.
And the translation?
Be with the truthful.
Be with the truthful. Well done. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. G2
Jazakallah.
or 7. Mashallah. Alhamdulillah. Lots and lots of really good practice today by all the students. You worked really hard. You did really well. I think, alhamdulillah, we've been able to listen to most of you today. So just a quick consolidation to remind you of what we've been doing today. So in today's lesson, we were looking at the Waqf Rule 8. And we went through and we practiced, and we had to remind ourselves that every single time we see Ata al-Marbuta, and we need to make a stop at that point, we have to change that into a ha sakin. Okay, whatever stroke there is on the Ta al-Marbuta, whatever stroke it carries, it always becomes a ha sakin when you are doing a waqf, when you are making a stop. Okay, we then went over the prayer from Bani Israel, chapter 17, verse 25. We looked at our hard word of the day, athathan wariyan. And we went over the commandment from the Holy Quran, chapter 9, verse 119. Okay, so please, at home, please practice all of the things that you need to do, which is your waqf rule. Make sure you understand that really clearly. Practice your Nisab al-Hifz, page 61, number 19, and your commandment from the day, your prayer of the day, and the commandment from the day. And please, all of you, take time to practice the hard word of the day. When you practice it, it will become very fluent. It looks easy, but when you're trying to say it, your tongue can get tired. So just make sure you practice that as well. So we're going to end the class with our final prayer. If we could have a student on the line for our final dua.
G288, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, G288.
Oh, sorry, it's G234.
Okay, G234.
They're on mute.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. So are you okay to do the final prayer with me?
Yes.
Okay. Allahumma arhamni bil-Qur'an al-azim.
Allahumma arhamni bil-Qur'an al-azim.
And the translation?
Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the Quran with me.
وَاجْعَلْهُ لِي إِمَامًا وَنُورًا وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةً.
وَاجْعَلْهُ لِي إِمَامًا وَنُورًا وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةً.
And the translation?
And make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Jazakumullah, G234, and Jazakumullah to all the students and all the parents. Please make sure you practice for your quiz, and make sure, please, that you have been in the chat box to fill out the attendance form. And also, a discipline in charge, did you put in the other parental feedback form as well?
Yes, I did.
Yes, so please, parents, we really appreciate it if you could go into the chat box, check the parental feedback form, and give us feedback about the course, how we can improve, how we can make it better, because we are here to teach your children, and so we want it to be the best experience possible. Jazakumullah sanal jaza. Inshallah, we will see you all again tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.